Imagine this. You're working full-time at your 9-to-5 job, spending hours of your precious life just to make ends meet, with no money left over to spend on you, giving up your happiness in order to survive. You don't have to imagine it. You're living it. But that's okay. I'm going to be giving you 4 side hustles that you can use to not only change your life, but to actually live it. Let's get it. The first one is going to be 3D printing. You see this? And you see that? How about that? Those are 3D printed objects. People are 3D printing their products and selling them to other people online. And this is all done by a 3D printer that prints anything you want. How this is done is actually with a 3D printing software. You have a 3D printer, but you use the software to tell the printer what to make. Using this software, which by the way, they're free. Back when I used to run a 3D printing business, I used Creality, which gave me the ability to form my product in order to sell it to people. So what do you need to first start out a 3D printing business? Well, first you're gonna need a 3D printer. You can get these for around $160 to $200. The ones I got were Ender 3s, which I bought off of Amazon for around $189. You're also gonna need a computer just to run the software to transfer it over to the 3D printer to make your product. And lastly, you're gonna need a turbo label printer in order to print out your labels, which then you could ship your products to your customers. Back when I ran a 3D printing business, I made myself some keychains that you could spin around your finger. It was me and my brother that helped, and he designed it and I was the one advertising, all the marketing. I would use TikTok and Instagram Reels to advertise them. A couple of my videos did blow up. I kept posting and posting, which in the end of the day gave me $3,000 in one day. We used Shopify to make our store, and when a customer purchased a keychain off of our store, we would then use the thermal printer to print their address and ship the product to them. We shipped the product to them through a mailbox or just your local post office. This side hustle was actually a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed making and designing my own product. It was pretty cool knowing that other people were using my product. They would be sending me videos of them using it and how much they really liked it, and it gave me a good feeling inside, which drove me further to scale the business even higher. The pros for this side hustle is high scalability. It's very versatile in the sense you can make any product you want that the 3D printer could make, and high profit margins. The cons would have to be medium startup costs, mechanical issues, which weren't that often, but they did happen sometimes and it was frustrating, so that's a con you gotta think about. And shipping. Shipping was a big one, but once you get used to it, how to properly ship your products to your customer, it's not that big of a deal. So out of all, I give it a 7 out of 10 rating. The second side hustle is create a YouTube channel, which I know that's what I'm doing right now, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. And that's because YouTube is a very scalable and high earning potential business. And plus, anybody can do it. I mean, I'm not special. Look at me. It does take a lot of work to build up a foundation for your YouTube channel. But once you get past the barrier, the opportunities are endless. A lot of YouTube channels start out just a straight line, A lot of YouTube channels start out in just a straight line with not a lot of progress. But then once they get past that barrier, it's exponential from there. The ways you make money from YouTube is usually ad revenue, sponsors, and affiliates. To start out this side hustle, depending on your niche, you're gonna need a computer to edit your videos, a camera if you decide to show your face or use any type of videography in your content, a microphone if you use your voice, and of course, you. There are tons of people that make millions of dollars a year using this platform. So just imagine getting the smallest percent of that. Imagine getting 10% of what they make. That's at least $100,000 a year, which for a lot of people, that would be pretty good. But with more effort, value, and consistency, you can scale that way higher and have the potential of making these big numbers like these other YouTubers. And what's even better is you can base your channel off of anything you're passionate about, anything that you like, whether it's gaming, cooking, or business. You can make it work when you put yourself out there. The hardest part is just pressing that record button. So the pros for this side hustle is it's very scalable, lots of revenue potential, and anybody can do it. The cons is it takes time to build up, medium startup costs, and a high barrier to entry. So out of all, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. The next side hustle is gonna be flipping stuff on Facebook. This side hustle is probably the easiest one of them all because all you need is a phone and a car. You take the time out of your day to scroll through Facebook or Craigslist and check out items that are cheap or even free. Yes, there is a free section on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist where you can flip items for free. And there are a lot of people that actually make a living off of just flipping stuff on Facebook. For example, I'm gonna go on Facebook right now and we're gonna see if we can flip anything. Okay, I'm scrolling through and look, there is a free piano that you could flip. Do you know how expensive pianos are? I don't even know why they're selling it for free, but I mean, who cares? You're gonna get the profit from it. As I scroll through Google to see how much you could sell this piano for, the average is around $800 to $1,000. So if you were able to pick up this piano right now, you could relist it and sell it for $800 to $1,000 in cash. This can easily be something that you can make a daily side hustle with just scrolling through the Facebook Marketplace a little bit throughout the day, and you can find some great things to flip for some easy money. The pros for this side hustle, there's not any work really needed for this. Medium to high profit margins, and plus tons of opportunities, as you saw with the piano. The cons of this side hustle will have to be unsafe meetups, as you don't really know these people, and you should always approach with precaution when selling and buying from people. There's no buyer protection unless he or she says they would, and lastly, there's no storage for when you buy it, unless you already have a storage somewhere, like a garage or a shed. But all in all, I'm gonna have to give this side hustle a 10 out of 10. And the last side hustle, which is probably the hardest, but definitely the most money generating of them all, is dumpster rental. So what is dumpster renting? Dumpster renting is when you have a dumpster and you rent it out to people that need to throw away their trash, and by the end of the day you'll come pick it up and dump all that garbage in your local landfill. This side hustle is very scalable, but the startup costs are a lot higher than all the other ones. In order to start this side hustle, what you're gonna need is, of course, a dumpster, which they go around $1,000 to $3,000 average. You're gonna need a roll-off truck or trailer. You're gonna need a truck. You could use a car, I've seen it happen before, but preferably you're gonna need a truck. And lastly, you can't forget about the payment of putting your trash into the local landfill. I know all those numbers seem really high and scary, but hear me out. The demand for this service is actually pretty high. With construction sites and housing projects happening every day, it's not gonna be too hard to find your first clients. That being said, it's not gonna be that easy either. You'll need to list your service on either Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, and if you really want to push it, you can go door to door and tell people about your service, which the worst thing they're gonna say is no. So just, you can't really lose. With this being a service-based business though, means that most of the clients that you get are going to be reoccurring. In other words, reoccurring cash flow. Once you get yourself a couple clients, it is said to be easier because word of mouth goes out and your original clients will start recommending you to their associates, giving you more clients, more cash flow. On average, just one dumpster can make you around $300 to $1,200 every 1 to 3 days. So let's just imagine you wanted to scale this business. Your one dumpster will make you around $1,000 every 5 days. Now let's say you have 3. Those 3 dumpsters will make you $3,000 every 5 days. Now let's say you was balling and now you got 10 dumpsters. That makes you $10,000 every 5 days. That's $60K every month. Bro, I'm sweating. That's a lot of money. So the pros for this side hustle has got to be the high revenue potential, the fact that it's service-based, meaning reoccurring clients, and that it's very scalable. The cons, however, has got to be, of course, the high startup costs, the maintenance fees when your truck has a flat tire or your trailer has mechanical issues, and trying to get your first clients. So out of all, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 5. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. But okay guys, that's gonna be it for this video. That's 4 side hustles that can help you get out of your 9-to-5 job and change your life. I hope you guys found some inspiration from that, and if you did, subscribe and hit that notification bell as it is free. It's free, so all you would be doing is just helping me out so I can help you guys out in the future. But alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.